Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 4 of Young Justice Targets. Now, as you know, Young Justice Targets is meant to take place after season 4 a few months ago, and is like what I think season 5 would have been. And the cover mainly has the team getting ready to take on LexCorp robots and kind of getting ready for action. And the story starts off with a news broadcast pointing out that Princess Perdita is still missing. And of course, we kind of see how Oracle and some of the others put all the pieces together about how she had something in her purse that she had to exchange, and also the fact that they found something in the mine. And we also do see how Beast Boy wonders why she didn't come to him. And you can tell Wonder Girl makes a justified point that basically he's her ex, and of course wouldn't have been the best idea. And after the whole drug thing, you can kind of tell wouldn't be the best place to go. So they kind of figure out that LexCorp and everything else is behind it, and even staging Count Vertigo's escape. And of course, they've mainly figured out that Oliver, Dana, and some of the others knew what happened. And of course, this is where we kind of see the team putting the pieces together and need to find out where this certain item is. And we kind of see how, it leads up to the events of the first issue. And we kind of see how Lian kind of goes to see her family members and wants to kind of see if they're okay. And of course, we kind of see how Cyborg gets into the boom tube to Bialia. And of course, since they have to kind of do it in a more stealth-like way, they have to go into where a LexCorp robotics factory is. And of course, they go in guns blazing and taking down the LexCorp robots. And of course, they manage to go right in. And of course, this is where they meet the team Onslaught, who also introduce their newest member, Matt. Now, if you had watched the first season of Young Justice, Matt was basically a clone created, presumably, pretty much with Superman's DNA, but because of it, it became unstable. Well, Superboy is basically has the human DNA of Lex Luthor, as well as the Kryptonian DNA of Superman to make him more stable. And we do kind of see how Matt is now more jacked up than before. And of course, we kind of see how in one area from the robotics factory, we see teams like Blue Beetle, Static, Forager, also Terra, Windfall, Livewire, and Blue Beetle and Q-Flash, taking down as many robots as they can. And of course, just as we kind of see how Stargirl is trying to take down Shimmer, Beast Boy is taking down Mammoth, we kind of see how Oracle has figured out what the results are, and it's pretty much something connected to Superboy. And we kind of see how Devastation knocks down Wonder Girl, and of course, we kind of see how Karen and Ray Palmer also give Oracle the results, and turns out it's actually Kryptonite. And despite Oracle's warnings, which become Static, it turns out that the Kryptonite had been upgraded to John Cordero, who's meant to be a mix of John Corbin and Roger Corbin, who's meant to be Metallo. And I kind of think if he did have a voice actor, if this got made into an animated season, I could definitely see Troy Baker, or presumably John Maggio, or maybe Roger Craig Smith for the voice could work. And we kind of see how well Lynn's telling a story. We kind of get a flashback to how Green Arrow was keeping a much younger Perdita safe from Merlin. And of course, we kind of see how Perdita makes Oliver a band-aid and have to kind of survive getting her to safety. And this is also where we kind of see how Merlin tries to throw out arrows, cause an explosion, they go into the baggage hold, and we see Merlin saying, "He's taking her back inside. Inform the client." And just as they kind of get into the baggage hold, we see how Oliver takes down one of the henchmen, and of course gets knocked down from the sort of baggage area bay. And of course, stumble down. And if you have watched the showcase one, then you know Black Canary is gonna save Oliver's butt. And of course, leading up to the events of him proposing to her. And yeah, this is the story. So I think issue 4 is okay, but again, it just kind of seems like they were building up Metallo as this kind of obvious villain. And one, I think they could have done something more with another Kryptonite villain, like Kryptonite Man. Again, I think Metallo's that character, I think that's going to be a heavier hitter. Well, I think they could do something with Kryptonite Man. As I think, well, John Corbin is a heavy hitter, I kind of think Kryptonite Man is also a heavier hitter. Or they could have went with the character Reactron or something. Well, yeah, not a bad issue. I think it still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.